Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 318.
318.
Of MouseSteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and MouseFan Travel. With so much happening in the next few months, MEI and MouseFan Travel can help you book and prepare, especially for your Disney vacation, because that's really what we're thinking about so much right now, including Halloween and the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which is opening here in Florida in just, a couple weeks at this point. The Epcot Food and Wine Festival, and then of course like the Disney Cruise Line and so much more. And they're experts, and they've been in business for 20 years and have almost 100 agents that can help you.
And not to mention Christmas. We'll be talking all about Christmas.
I know, we're talking about Christmas today, but it's not even Halloween yet.
It's Halloween, everybody.
August 16th is Halloween at Walt Disney World, although next week when we're talking about what's going on, we're going to be talking about Halloween because the decorations should be coming in days.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Anyway, check them out, MEI Travel and MouseFan Travel.
So first, we're talking about Christmas. We were invited to a Christmas in July event to learn about actually quite a lot that's coming for the holidays, but we're only talking a little bit about it today, a couple different things. Mark Daniel, who I think is the hardest working man at Walt Disney World,
show business.
Yes, in show business, was hosting. He's everywhere. He's fantastic. And here are Mickey and Minnie. We met them, and these are their Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade.
Yes.
There's so many words, costumes. So it was really fun to see these. And at the time, I was just like, I know these outfits, but I don't remember where they're from. So we had to think about it, and you've figured it out.
That's right. We'll show a little clip of the parade float with those outfits. And here they are. We're going to be able to meet Mickey and Minnie together right here.
And also Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. I think that's going to be the scene of the most changes this year. I don't even think we're talking about that this week, but we will be talking about it in a future show. We still have a little time before Christmas. But there's a lot to see around the world. And right now, it's Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah, so again, we mentioned they have those very nice and very special outfits. And here is a clip of them in the Once Upon a Christmas Time parade at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
And I do love that parade. And we spoke with Kate Pappas, managing producer with Disney Parks Entertainment, about some of the new offerings at the party this year. And I'm actually looking forward to the changes at the two parties.
Kate Pappas, managing producer, Disney Parks Live Entertainment.
All right, and I guess we're going to hear about what else is new for Christmas time at Walt Disney World.
Yes, for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party this year, we have a brand new fireworks show. We're so excited. It is hosted by Minnie Mouse herself. So is how Minnie will bring fireworks and music together. It's Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fireworks. So we're going to have wonderful traditional holiday music like Joy to the World and Deck the Halls, all with beautiful fireworks over Cinderella's castle and all around the castle as well. What's wonderful about this show, you can watch it from anywhere in the park, so you can carry on with your evening to experience all of our wonderful stage shows and all the attractions. Just be sure to be out in the night sky to look up, to see the fireworks and hear the outstanding music. And then of course, as you go about your evening, we have a brand new holiday-inspired show at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. It's going to be all brand new jokes, all new dad jokes. And it's all about what do the monsters know or not know about the holidays, and how the children, or how they experience the holidays, to know how we should collect our laughs. Really exclusive to the party itself. The Tomorrowland Speedway, as you're driving your car, you're going to experience all these different vignettes of the holidays. So you might be surrounded by trees or by presents and ornaments, and also a lot of lighting. There'll be racing lights and twinkling lights. So truly a magical experience on the Speedway this year. And for those of you that are up for Space Mountain, you're going to have the opportunity to hear hard rock holiday music with really a fantastic light show. So as you're on the coaster speeding around, there's going to be lighting bouncing all around you in a very new, unique way. And we're going to carry this on to the Mad Tea Party, so guests of all ages can experience it. So they're going to have holiday music, and they're going to have a fantastic light show as well, all around the attraction.
Sounds like so much is coming to this year's edition of the party. I can't wait.
Yeah, it really is. It's a real reason to come back to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party this year. We know it's going to be a great time for everyone.
Well, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas in July.
Yeah, Merry Christmas in July to you.
I'm not sure what I want to do first, but I definitely want to take a spin on the Tomorrowland Speedway with the decorations, and also Space Mountain, which I have not seen in the dark yet, and now there's going to be a new special one.
Yeah, with all sorts of lighting. I mean, it sounds very, very exciting.
So it should be a lot of fun, plus, of course, Minnie's fireworks, and I don't really know how different that will be from holiday wishes, so it will be interesting to see.
And I was also told that Bo Peep from Toy Story 4, the updated version, will now be joining Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade.
There should be a lot of fun changes. So now we're going to just talk briefly to Marcella Mayo. She's in Disney product development, and she told us about some of the merchandise. And this was the big thing on my social media, was some of these items.
Hi, I'm Marcella Mayo, and I'm in product development here with the merchandise at Walt Disney World. So I'm super excited to talk to you about Christmas. We have a few couple things that I'll highlight. We have, if you remember in the summer, we brought you Parks food and Park snacks. Well, now we have the holiday version of our Parks food and Park snacks. So very excited about that. We have a bunch of merchandise to support that. And then the other new thing we want to tell you is Mickey and Minnie have a new look. We're calling it Yuletide Farmhouse, and so what it is it's Mickey and Minnie kind of in like if they come from like a retro farmhouse. You'll see a lot of buffalo check, you'll see a lot of plaid, so that's new for us. We're very excited. So there's a ton of merchandise that you'll see, but really quickly I'll just show you a couple of fun things.
And we see Groot on your shoulder as well.
Yes, look at how
Baby
cute.
Groot with his Santa hat.
Santa Baby Groot.
Santa Baby Groot.
Even
He's going to
better.
be
Very cute.
He's going to be a hit. So we have some new ears. We have a candy cane ear. Here's our farmhouse ears, which are super cute with this buffalo plaid and this super plushy bow. And then our gingerbread ears. New this year, they're going to be super hit. This is our holiday food spirit jersey.
Oh, boy.
Very excited about this. He'll have a matching spirit jersey for Fido. So your four-legged best friend can wear and match while you wear this.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys in July.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And what we're looking at is just a very small sampling of what will be out for the season. There's already items coming out, but there's different pins and just really the spirit jerseys are what everybody went nuts over, and there are several different ones. But we're looking at a variety of pins here. Again, just a small sampling, some ornaments.
I like the Jasmine's mixtape there. At first I thought it was Guardians of the Galaxy until you get up close.
Well, you asked her about the Guardians of the Galaxy mixtape, right? And I'm like, I think that's Jasmine's mixtape. So then there's some Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party pins, and then some plush. This reminds me of Disneyland Paris.
Very much so, yes.
Because they have Mickey and the gingerbread, and then you have Mickey and Minnie as plush over here as well. Plus, of course, every year there's a variety of figures, and I really like the vintage style characters. Those are my favorite. So I really like those type of items.
You know, now that you mention it, a lot of this stuff really does have a Disneyland Paris Christmas feel to it.
Some of it does. And here is, now food is a big theme, and that's a Loungefly backpack, which is, like you have the Mickey gingerbread and a variety of different items, Mickey pops and Christmas tree, and
there's this year's special mugs that one can get at the Christmas party.
And then there's the Alex and Annie bangles, and really just a lot of small items here. The ear headbands, and then we have, you can't really see the shirt too much because you have the light up necklace in the way.
Well, there's the first look at one of the
spirit
jerseys,
jerseys.
and that was the most popular. I mean, so much interest in
That
those
was
spirit
not
jerseys.
the most popular. The Chip and Dale one that we're going to see.
Well, I didn't mean that one in particular. I meant
Oh.
spirit jerseys
in general.
in general.
The-
Yes. Chip and Dale, you're right. That went nuts.
Yes, and I think magic bands also, although we didn't get as good a look at them, we had to kind of move through here fairly quickly. So anyway, that spirit jersey, you've got the sprinkles on the Walt Disney World. Oh, and here is the Chip and Dale. This is one that like everybody wants, and you have a bigger Chip and Dale on the back, but you can see them on the ornaments for the Festival of the Holidays.
And I had a good little comment when I said people went nuts.
Yes.
See?
Nuts about the holidays.
Yes. Maybe not that funny, but still a good prediction.
But this is, as far as my social media, the Chip and Dale spirit jersey ended up being the biggest thing, both on Twitter and Instagram.
And the Christmas party shirt there. I think there's a pass holder version also.
I'm
there
sure,
it is.
and yes, and I'm sure there probably are other shirts as well for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It was, again, just a little sampling of a variety of different items.
I like it. I like seeing a tick and tack on those shirts there.
And there's this sweater that lights up, tick and tack from Disneyland Paris. That's what they call them. Just like
Chip and Dale.
Dingo is
yes.
goofy. But I don't know about the light up sweater. Like, how do you wash these? That doesn't mean they're not cool. Like, if you can wash them and it's safe.
Dry
then
clean, perhaps.
That's
I don't know.
possible. I didn't even look at
but
that.
We should have asked. We'll have to find out.
I am curious about that. And this is the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party spirit jersey. I mean, there are spirit jerseys for like everything now.
Too bad we didn't live in a little cooler climate to wear these spirit jerseys.
You know what? I wear sweaters around the house all the time, and I wore my Disneyland Paris one yesterday.
So anyway, that is about it for the upcoming Christmas season. We'll have much, much more. We learned so much at this event.
Right, and it's something we don't have to talk about. We're going to be talking about Halloween and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and so much more in the next few weeks, and then we'll start really thinking about Christmas again.
So we go from Christmas to a beautiful morning at Epcot in the France Pavilion.
And I wish we had more beautiful mornings lately. We've been trying to get out for the last couple of days. It's been so rainy, but tomorrow we're going to get back out. So anyway, I love France in the morning. And also, Funko had sent us this really cute little hunchback, and we just wanted to get a picture of it and share that. It's something that it was a Comic-Con exclusive, and now it is being sold at Hot Topic. I don't know for how long. But we just thought Jeff threw it in because we thought it was cute.
Yeah, well, I like how it looks in the France area. I thought that was a lot of fun.
I thought so too. So at the International Gateway, Pooh and Piglet were just kind of hanging out. And so we went to go say, Jeff's like, oh, Pooh and Piglet.
Well, you know, how perfect timing, because it was just announced for annual pass holders only that they will be able to meet Pooh in his old meet and greet spot in the UK pavilion.
Is that?
Yeah, that's where it's going to be.
I totally forgot about that. So, but I really like Piglet, so it was really fun to get to see them. But they're not the only characters who were at the International Gateway. And you never know. And this is early in the morning. This is like 9:30 a.m.
Oh, yeah, very, very, very early.
World
yes.
Showcase itself is not open except for, France and Norway. So it was really fun that Pinocchio also came out.
Well, and I got to give full credit to you, because I was ready to move on, and you're like, well, maybe we should wait and see if maybe any other characters come out. And 5 minutes later, I'm happy to look over, and here comes Pinocchio. I was very happy to see that.
Well, that one time we almost missed Maleficent.
Yes,
we came in
a
the
few weeks
International
ago.
Gateway, and we saw her just really for a minute, and then she was heading back. So that's why it was like, well, what if somebody like Maleficent came out? And Pinocchio is still fun. We see Pinocchio at Disneyland Paris when we're over there. And
Not so much here, though.
No, not so much here.
And here's a nice little moment that we stumbled upon. It's Donald and the Mariachi Cobre.
I thought that was, it's always really fun when I see Donald as they're coming out. They often will kind of interact. So we're going to just show a few pictures. I wanted to go to World Showcase to get some unique gifts for birthdays in my family, and so that's what we did. But around World Showcase, we got some pictures, a tiny bit of video. We have Sleeping Beauty here,
Princess Aurora, there
Princess
she
Aurora
is, walking by.
Now the Epcot Food and Wine Festival starts in just a few weeks on the 29th. And France and pretty much, I think all the booths, or just about all the booths, are up now, including Africa. And they always have, Africa always has one of my favorite items, the steak. And
yeah.
They have it every
Nice and
single
spicy.
year. I think it's like Durban steak. So the Liberty Inn closed on July 8th, and a new fast casual barbecue restaurant will open later this year here. I have no idea when or too much information. It will be called the Royal Eagle Smokehouse Craft, Drafts, and Barbecue. So I assume we know there'll be barbecue and drafts.
I look forward to that. I look forward to to fully tasting that.
And on our way out, there's a little bit of not only the Disney Skyliner, but also Ratatouille, and then there'll be the Creperie as well. And this is that view that you get when you're walking over from the Yacht and Beach Club. We were on our way out, but this is a kind of looking in. And
Such a relaxing, beautiful view.
Now we are at Disney Springs. We had been invited to Enzo's Hideaway Tunnel Bar, as well as the Edison, because they have late night menus. Now, Enzo's Hideaway, they don't have specials where where the Edison has fantastic specials. So, but we're just kind of showing you some of the items that Luciano Spritz, I think that's how you say it, was like my favorite thing.
I quite like that limoncello gimlet, by the way. I thought it was very good.
Well, kind of one
See,
of
we both, and there's the limoncello right there.
Right. They showed us how they make the drinks. They actually are fantastic drinks, and I went and looked up the different ingredients in the drinks that we tried, and they're really high quality, like the blood orange Salerno. You can find maybe at like Total Wine, and it's not inexpensive, but it's excellent and it's very well reviewed.
And there is some being poured right now, and that's
well, that's the prosecco into
into
the drink. But I really enjoyed that a lot. So anyway, you could really make your own at home unless you're coming out to Disney Springs, and then you can stop at the Edison. And that was a little easy to go down though because it was like 90 degrees.
Very
out.
refreshing on a hot day.
And then you tried some of the charcuterie. I don't really eat the hams as much, but you enjoyed that.
And you're not a cheese fan, and you did go for these cheese puffs.
You know what? This is called fried fontina cheese fritters, and yes, I actually enjoyed these. I thought they were really nice. I eat some kinds of cheeses like mozzarella. And then the chicken parmesan sliders were so good.
They were so good.
there's two on a plate. Now here is the late night, Monday through Thursday, 10 to midnight. I don't know for how long because they didn't have an end date, but the drinks here are on special on that menu, but also some of the food items. And we're at the Edison, and I really enjoy the Edison. The food here is fantastic, and we've come here on our own as well. And the drinks here are very good as well. I mean, they have a really wide selection of different items.
I was amazed just at the size of these of the little burger for the $5 burger. We're going to show that in a minute. We're looking at the maple bacon first, though.
Well, this is the clothesline bacon, and it was $5, and I think it's normally like $15. So it seemed the same size as when we had purchased it before. And again, it's just Monday through Thursday, 10 to 12 for as long as they end up doing it for. But the bacon cheeseburger, it's not a full-size burger. It's not their full-size burger, but with the burger and the fries for $5
More than
was
enough.
a lot.
More than enough. And the fries are fantastic.
These really are just about my favorite French fries on Walt Disney World property. And then also they had the Philly cheesesteak, which was very good, and that's $5. And I think it's like a demi baguette, but it's enough for a meal. So if you're on Disney Springs property at that time, it's really a terrific deal.
So now let's talk about Buena Park, California.
So during our California trip, we were invited out for a day at Buena Park. We do go to Buena Park. We go to Knott's Berry Farm. That's where we like to go and get some chicken or
Mrs. Knott's chicken.
check
Not
out
to be
the
missed.
entertainment. Yes,
And Billy Hill too.
and Billy. Crazy
Kirk
Kirk and the Hillbillies.
What am I thinking?
But they have such great entertainment, and I mean, if you like roller coasters, there's a ton of them as well. But I didn't realize until a number of years ago how close it was to Anaheim. From where we usually stay, it's about maybe 15 minutes, I think it took us this past time. So it's very close if you're in the Anaheim area to go to Buena Park to enjoy Knott's Berry Farm. It's really easy. And what I really like about Knott's Berry Farm is it feels sort of like old Disneyland, at least some of it. And that's my favorite part, is like the ghost town area.
And we're looking at some of that right now, and it's very interactive. You can absolutely talk to all these characters, and it's an all-day affair of this show that they do.
And what I like about that, and this is something that they do, the Ghost Town Alive during the summer. It's really, Knott's Berry Farm is a very much a seasonal event park. Like the Boysenberry Festival is really their huge event, but like the summer nights this summer has been really popular, especially since Disneyland used to have these Tomorrowland bands, and now some of them are over at Knott's. Not only do you have Crazy Kirk, who used to be Billy Hill and the Hillbillies, and I love to go see them. So this is really the big thing about going to Buena Park. And even if you decide not to go in the park, if you don't have all day, to go to Mrs. Knott's Fried Chicken. And, we're just looking here. I mean, I love the old-fashioned part of this park.
And there's Snoopy. There's
And
a
there's
whole area,
Snoopy.
a whole land
Camp
for
Snoopy.
That's right.
So even if you're not going, get some chicken. You can buy boysenberry without ever entering the park. They have a really nice little shopping village. And so we've done that before if we just don't have time for the park. So on this day, this is where we started out, and they were taking us to like 6 food places, and we couldn't even eat.
We had full bellies.
I know.
Full bellies.
They gave us chicken, and I'm just like, okay.
This was really cool. We're in the Knott's Hotel.
Right. The Knott's Hotel, the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel here these are the Snoopy rooms, and there's not very many of them. I didn't write in front of me how many, but I think it's about maybe a dozen in the whole hotel. This is an older property, and Buena Park is bringing in some newer properties. However, this is really well located. It's pretty well reviewed, and it looks pretty comfortable.
Well, let's not forget the highlight of this whole experience. You can have Snoopy himself come to your room and tuck you in good night.
Is that true? Because I forgot.
Yes,
I
of
know
course
we
it's
talked
true.
So much
it blew my
about it.
mind. Can you imagine Mickey coming to your room and tucking you in?
No,
it's
I don't.
Unbelievable.
I don't know that I want at this age.
Well,
I probably don't want
I'm
that.
not talking about us.
I know,
I'm
for the
talking about
kids.
kids, of course. Although I wouldn't mind.
You know what? I think there's some really nice benefits of staying here, and they do have, the characters on the walls here, and they leave the little plush in the room. So we had actually asked to see those rooms because I really wanted to see what they look like.
So a little segue, right down the street, almost walking distance, is Rockin' Brews. Now, we have covered Rockin' Brews before. We got, I'm a big Kiss fan. We got to interview Gina and Paul at the openings of Rockin' Brews in Orlando and Oviedo here in Florida. But here we are in California, the Buena Park version of it. And it was really nice to see the autographed Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley guitars as you open the door on the way in. So that's a good way to start.
So if you're not getting Mrs. Knott's fried chicken,
that's right.
This is
Head over
another
to Rockin'
option.
Brews. I love Rockin' Brews, though. We love it.
We like it. There's one now in Kissimmee here, so we actually have to get over there.
Yes.
But we've been to the other ones on our own as well.
One thing I like about Rockin' Brews is they usually focus on local products, local beers. And here is a beer flight here, and all local beers to the Southern California area.
And if you come to Florida, it will be a lot of Florida beers, which I really think is terrific. And then it looks like you had a Cobb salad.
I did, indeed. It was very good, especially since we were having that food frenzy this day.
And I had just a barbecue chicken.
Oh, so good, though.
It was good.
That's the problem. All this stuff is so good, you can't help but to eat it all.
Well, I didn't eat it all, but, I just wanted something healthy, at least fairly healthy, because we were on stops for food, like, everywhere. So anyway, we're not showing you everywhere in Buena Park. We went just a few of the highlights. We really had like 6 or 7 different food stops.
We should have washed it down with some of that Kiss wine there.
Yeah, we could have. And then there's Porto's Bakery, which surprised me. I had never been to Porto's. I don't know that I had even heard of Porto's. And this is also in Buena Park, but there's also a number of other locations in the Los Angeles area. And I guess it's been around for about 50 years. The family came from Cuba and opened up these fantastic locations. Buena Park is maybe the newest one from 2017, but they have soups and they have breads and they have just everything. But they also have Cuban specialties like guava items and
everything
potato
baked
balls.
Fresh. I mean,
yes.
you can watch it being baked right in front of you. They have big glass windows. I think we're going to take a look through some of that.
Like, I would like to go back here. It's like when we go to Paris, I like to find little places. This isn't little. It's like all these
massive
food stalls and desserts, and some of it again, Cuban inspired or from Cuba, where not everything is. But I really enjoyed the chocolate cake. When they said, is there anything you want? I was like, that chocolate cake.
Well, it's interesting. You can even call in your order. You can call in and they'll have it all packed up and ready for you to pick up. So I like that.
And that's a chocolate cake. Like,
so good.
I must have stared at it for like 10 minutes before
we did try it.
Yes.
We actually did squeeze
they were like,
some of that in.
Do you want to try something? I'm like, I kind of want to try the chocolate cake. So anyway, if you're in Buena Park, Porto's is fantastic. And there are so many people that I know that never told me about it. No, I'm going to, it's like when I said we were going to Porto's, it's like, oh, you're going to Porto's?
Right,
it's so great.
Like everybody that lives out there knows of it.
Yes. So we have to go back there next time we're in Buena Park as well.
And believe it or not, that is another show.
That's another show. Thanks to our sponsor, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. check them out. They are, again, they're Disney specialists, I mean, but Universal as well. And Universal just announced that they're going to have another theme park.
Something epic.
Something epic. They said very little about it.
Universal's Epic Universe.
We're not talking about it because there isn't really too much to say about it yet, but I'm looking forward to it in 4 or 5 years whenever it comes about. And we'll talk about it the next time when they actually have more information. But MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, they also do Universal and Royal Caribbean and really just about anywhere you want to go in this whole world. I think next week we're going to be talking about Halloween and a lot of other fun
Well,
things.
Halloween decorations have to
Halloween
start soon.
decorations,
I mean,
yes.
it's less than 2 weeks now for the first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
So in 2 weeks, we'll have all our new Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party tips because we don't know yet. I don't even know. There's going to be so much new stuff this time.
And Galaxy's Edge will be in Galaxy's Edge 2 weeks from today, actually.
Yes.
And then another Halloween party, party number 2, followed by the D23 Expo in California.
And not enough time probably to get into Buena Park even for Mrs. Knott's fried chicken. It's going to be such a short trip.
Well, we have to rush back for the
More
opening,
galaxies.
the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So a lot of excitement.
And then
coming up.
Disneyland Paris is scheduled a couple weeks after that, I think.
That's
so
right.
we have
big annual pass holder event there with hundreds of characters.
well,
Supposedly.
at least 100.
100.
I
Is
don't
that the
think it's
advertised amount?
I think so. I think 100 or something like that.
I don't
Is
even
it-
remember. I know there's a lot of characters.
I don't think it's hundreds. Like, wouldn't that be amazing if it was hundreds? Like, there's 500 characters. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if Disney, they probably do have that many, but
So a lot of excitement coming up. Anyway, thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
have a great week.